This StudyByte is a production of Glens Falls City School District. Please visit us online at gfsd.org.
In this StudyByte, we're going to be looking at our sewing machines here in our school, and you may have something similar at home. If not, you're definitely going to be using them here. So I'm going to show you how to thread them up, what the different parts are, and how to use them so that you can have fun and also so that you can do really well here in class. First of all the different parts are really important for you to know. We're going to start out with this, which is a spool pin. This is called a spool of thread. The spool of thread has to be put up here on the spool pin. When you're looking at your spool of thread, sometimes you might find that there's a little slit up here in the top, here, right here, that is facing down when you put it onto your spool pin. That swivels over, swivel it back. You want to hold your thread tight. So you're going to put a couple inches around your finger. The rest of it is about a foot long that you're going to be using to go right down through the machine itself. Hold it tight. Start here at the thread guide, which is numbered number 1. Their arrow points down to number 2. Go down, up, around the back of your take-up lever, which is number 3, and you want to make sure that you pull the thread all the way through to the hole at the end of the take-up lever. Let go of this. Go down to number 4, then through your first thread guide. Your second thread guide is a small wire at the top of the needle. Go from the back, pull it all the way forward. Next, you're going to be going through the needle itself. There's a tiny little hole down at the bottom called the eye of the needle. And in order to get the thread through there, you want to make a clean cut, lower your presser foot, and you do this by taking the lever here called your presser foot lifter and gently putting it down. Take the thread, wet it so it's a little bit stiffer as it goes through that hole. Keep your fingers crossed, your toes crossed, your eyes open wide. Don't cross them because you can't see. Okay. Once you have the thread through the needle, hold your finger there so it doesn't come back out through the hole. Pull it over to the left so you have about 8 inches to a foot of thread hanging over to the left side. Next, you need to put your bobbin into the bobbin case, which is down here. There is a cheat sheet or a diagram up on the top which shows you that you want the thread to come across the bobbin to your left as you place it into the bobbin case. It also looks like the letter P as you're looking at it. Place your bobbin in there. There is a tiny little slit in the metal case that you have to get the thread caught in. So pull that over, gently close your slide plate, and you can't really tell if you have threaded it correctly until you take a piece of scrap fabric and try it out. So you lift up your presser foot, take this thread, put it between the toes of the presser foot and behind the machine, take your scrap fabric, gently lower your presser foot. You've already checked your dials to make sure that they're in the correct position. Do a row of stitching. When you stop, make sure your take-up lever is at the top, so turn your hand wheel towards you. Lift your presser foot. Pull your fabric out, so again you have about 6 or 8 inches of thread. Cut it. Check to make sure it's stitched correctly on the top. Flip it over. Make sure your stitches are also correctly done on the back. And you're ready to sew on your project.